all say, we want something kind of quirky and different, outside the box. They don't want anything quirky and different, and they want it right inside the box. My problem in life has often been the plaintive question that I ask myself in the quiet of night. Where's the fucking box?
We had to convince the world that there was a better way. We knew that people are mobile. They want to move around while they communicate. And so, to convince the world, we created this phone. I hope I didn't hear any laughing among that cheering. Yes, this phone is a little large, and it weighed 2.5 pounds. The battery life was 20 minutes. That's not a problem. You couldn't hold it up for 20 minutes. So you would think that having created this beautiful instrument, that the world would open their arms. Well, if you're a maverick, you know that that's not the case. And we were told by the market researchers that there is perhaps a market for 2 million phones in the United States. And so it took us some 20 years before we got into the millions, and 30 years before we got into the billions. But today, as Sean pointed out to us, there are over 5 billion cell phones in the world. So we have one other thing that you, the art intelligentsia, and we engineers have in common, and that is passion. How can you stand by for 20, 30, going on 40 years, holding on to an idea, knowing that you're right, knowing that somehow the world someday is going to adopt your ideas?
Technology always drives the film business. In Cinequest, we have a good window on the future. I think they're leading the world in this regard.
Ultimately, it's about freedom. Most of the time, I don't know whether I'm going to be able to do something that I set out to do. There's a level of nervousness, and that can be a very good thing if you can harness that. You just are able to create a world that's so believable when everyone is engaged and everyone is committed to the work.
When a great filmmaker like Kurosawa says at his age, in his early 80s, he said there was a universe of cinema that he's still yet to learn. Then that's a very humbling experience, unless you know that you gotta stay in the woodshed, all the time. I think that as an artist, that you have to be committed to your vision, and that you cannot allow anyone the power to validate your work, whether it's worthwhile or not.
Technology drove the change. Technology made things affordable that weren't before in ways that weren't affordable before. A single person could sit there and spread their talents around to many categories. Sound like a filmmaker? You hear this word maverick, and it's used as a noun and a verb and all that. And I really much like the uniqueness that comes about in this festival.
This festival is one of the ones that sets the trends, that is actually ahead of the trends, and other festivals are copying Cinequest. I see it all the time, and I'm just ecstatic that we're premiering here.